time. Right on. Hello guys, welcome back to Skrooball Cinema, and the big day is finally here. That's right, it is Friday, June the 8th. That means the trailer has dropped, finally, for the Halloween 2018 movie coming up this October, on October 19th. We've got a lot to get through today. The trailer dropped this afternoon. You can go and check it out in its entirety over at the Universal official YouTube page. I'm not going to post the whole thing here. Don't want any copyright strikes or anything like that. It's a 2-minute plus trailer, so go and check it out. If you haven't seen it, come back here to Skrooball Cinema and we will go through an in-depth analysis of the trailer. So let's get started. Okay, so we start with a shot of these security cameras, multiple security cameras, and razor wire around the roof there. This is obviously the institution where Michael is being kept. You can see they've got armed guards as well, watching the perimeter, monitoring the inmates at all times in the yard. And here we get a shot of the documentary makers, the British documentary makers. These guys kind of put me in mind of Nick Broomfield, who made the documentaries, 2 documentaries on Aileen Wuornos, who was the female serial killer you might remember from the film Monster with Charlize Theron. Very good documentaries, by the way. I fully recommend you watch them if you haven't seen them. Excellent. Now we can see some crime scene evidence photos. There's Michael's knife from the first movie there. Now we can see as well another shot and some blood spatter. Crime scene photographs here. I'm loving all this stuff so far. Here we see a sketch of one of his victims. You can see slash mark on the neck there and bruising. You can see a shot of the knife there. It says large knife from the upstairs bedroom. This would be the knife that's retrieved. Remember the famous mistake in the first film where she stabs him with the knife when he's breaking into the closet, but then later when we see the still shots of all the areas, the knife is back downstairs at the couch. Well, that looks like that's where it was. It was found upstairs. Here we have a glimpse of the mask, of course, the iconic Michael Myers Shatner mask. I like this. I'm guessing this is a picture of Michael from before, when he was incarcerated the first time around, standing staring at a wall. Long hikes, backpacking, nope, non-applicable. Michael doesn't do any of that stuff. A man after my own heart, I'd have to say. Sedentary lifestyle for Michael. I love this. This is like a court sketch of Dr. Loomis. He's obviously giving evidence at the trial. Fantastic stuff. I really like that. Obviously Donald Pleasance is no longer with us, so he won't be in this film, but that's a good little reference to him there. I really like that. It's cool. Now Michael in chains out in the courtyard with all the crazies. Here we see another glimpse of that courtyard. It's like a giant checkerboard. You can see those anchors where the inmates are chained to the ground, just to give them some outdoor time, but not to let them near each other. And here we have the documentary team coming face to face, or rather face to the back of the head. Michael being his usual ignorant self, not really wanting to talk much to these guys, obviously. Here we have a guard dog watching. He doesn't want to be next thing on the menu for Michael. Documentary maker reaching into his bag to fetch the Michael Myers iconic mask, and all the crazy start going nuts. Nice shot of presumably Haddonfield. Might not be, might be somewhere else actually, we don't know. But it looks kinda similar. A nice Halloween shot there to set the mood. The kids out, of course, in their costumes, getting ready for an evening of trick-or-treating. Or so they think. Gotta have a pumpkin shot, right? You've got to have a jack-o'-lantern in a Halloween movie. Iconic. I hope the film as well has the traditional Halloween opening that the first two films had. It probably won't, because they probably won't want to do that in the modern day, but I always loved that. I always hated the way that other films didn't have that at the start of the film. I know people want to make their own films and they don't want to do the same thing over and over again, but I really liked that in the first two movies. I thought it was great. So here we have our three young characters in the movie. Laurie Strode's granddaughter amongst them. And her friends, presumably. Again, from the little teasers we saw, Laurie obviously living in a highly fortified home with all the security that she can muster. Barbed wire, razor wire, keep out, no trespassing signs. Here we have surveillance cameras on trees and everything. She's obviously still living in the fear after what happened to her in 1978, and she wants to leave no opportunities open to Michael. Nice shot of the house there. So you get the feel from this that Laurie Strode has become like a crazy woman that lives kind of out, maybe out in the country, somewhere detached. There are places it looks like it's near a forest and it's all cordoned off. She just wants to be isolated away on her own, like a crazy old woman. Here we see presumably Laurie Strode has some kind of safe room in her house. And she's opening up. She presses this button and a worktop in the kitchen slides open to reveal a staircase going down to her safe room. A nice little callback here, the scar on her left arm from when Michael sneaked out and slashed her in the first movie and she fell over the stairs. Remember that iconic scene? Of course, we have the kids talking about how Michael is not really Laurie's brother, it's just something that people made up. It's kind of like an urban myth, obviously, that's been going around town after all these years, that somehow they were related, but of course they've retconned that out of the canon now, so in the film they're making reference to it. It's just, nah, it's just hearsay. It's just small town gossip. They weren't related at all.
She was almost murdered.
Wasn't it her brother who murdered all those babysitters?
No, it was not her brother. That's something that people made up.
Then again we get a couple of shots that we saw from the little teaser that dropped yesterday of all these mannequins in Laurie Strode's yard that she uses for target practice. Kinda creepy, kinda cool. Love that shot there, really nice.
Do you know that I pray every night that he would escape?
What the hell did you do that for?
So I can kill him.
Laurie Strode saying that she prayed every night that he would escape so that she could kill him. Obviously, she wants to know for sure that he's gone, he's dead. She wants to be the one to put a bullet in his head. Here we have a scene with the car coming to a screeching halt, the little boy telling his dad to stop. And as we can see just ahead, the bus has come off the road. All the crazies are wandering loose in the middle of the road. As I said yesterday, this scene looks reminiscent to the scene where Michael escapes Smith's Grove in the first film. And all the loonies are out walking about in the fields and stuff. This is a good callback to that. Obviously, something nasty's happened on that bus. The bus has crashed. Michael's gone. So here we have Laurie telling her family, her daughter and her granddaughter, that the bus has crashed and Michael's escaped. We see her granddaughter here, and that is her daughter, Judy Greer, and don't know who that guy is. Maybe that's her daughter's husband, the father of Laurie's granddaughter, played by Andy Matichak. Here we see an armed gunman approaching the bus to see if Michael is on board. I think it's a bit too late. I think he's gone. He's gone from here. The evil's gone. Now I like this sequence. This reminded me of a sequence I liked in H2O, where the woman's in the bathroom with her little kid and Michael comes in and steals her car keys from her bag. I always liked that scene because, well, it was kind of creepy, and Michael didn't actually kill anybody. He just sneaked in and took the keys and then just wandered off. I thought it was reserved. It was nice. It was, you know, I was expecting something nasty to happen there, and it didn't, and that surprised me, and I liked it. Of course, we heard about all this stuff when the trailer dropped at CinemaCon, I think it was. And this trailer pretty much matches up to what we heard from the audiences at the CinemaCon. But I like this sequence. This woman's in the loo. This is the woman from the British documentary team that you remember from earlier on. Michael comes walking in. They're obviously in some kind of service station here. You've got to have a service station in a Halloween film. Why? Because Michael has to kill a mechanic to get his jumpsuit. You can't have Michael Myers without the traditional Michael Myers gear. He's got to have the right gear. So it looks like he's bludgeoned some poor guy here and nicked his stuff. I was thinking that yesterday when we were talking about the little teaser, and it said Michael killed 3 innocent teenagers back in 1978, but nobody ever mentions the poor mechanic that he got killed. Did they just not link those crimes? Remember when Dr. Loomis finds the matchbook, and he doesn't find the body. He doesn't find the body, so maybe that body's just been lying in that bush for the past 40 years. Nobody knows that guy's dead, but they never mentioned he killed the mechanic. So there's the British documentary maker, the Nick Broomfield type. He obviously finds that bludgeoned mechanic whilst his partner is in the loo. Now I like this sequence. This is really creepy. We heard about this, of course, as I mentioned, from the CinemaCon trailer. Michael dropping the teeth over the stall. You can see he smashes in the stall there and applies his trademark mask. Now if we take a closer look at this sequence, this looks to be the documentary maker. Michael's using his face as a battering ram to batter that cubicle door open, and that was probably his teeth as well that Michael scattered over the stall door. Very cool. They always say us British people don't take care of our teeth anyway, so it's probably for the best. Michael doing a little bit of free dentistry. Of course, Michael applies a mask, and then we get that shot that we saw in the publicity photos the other day from USA Today. Looks excellent. Looks like it's Nick Castle as well applying the mask in that scene. You can see he's got a little bit of grey hair at the back of his neck there as he pulls the mask on. Now I love this scene, just the way Michael walks through the crowd. Just the way he glides through, it's got the perfect feel from the original. And also he walks into some kids, which reminds me of the original as well, and you hear that iconic sting, that little sound from the first film. I really like it. Listen to this.
He's waited for this night.
Superb, love that. And Laurie saying he's waited for this night, he's waited for me. And we see Michael grabbing this dude. I don't know if this is the guy. It looks like the guy earlier on that I said might be Laurie's daughter's husband or partner. Looks like Michael's got a hold of him here. It looks like it's going to be a nasty end for this guy. Michael seems to have a knife to his neck. And here we have the scene of someone approaching, spinning a knife here from the little teaser the other day. I said at the time, I think this might actually be Laurie. I think you're meant to think that's Michael on the attack, but it looks like it's Laurie coming in to attack Michael. Laurie saying she's waited for Michael as well. As you can see, she's tooled up there. She's got the shotgun ready. Laurie Strode arriving on the scene, telling the kids to get out. All the trick-or-treaters running away. A lovely little Easter egg here. If you pay close attention, you can see those are the silver shamrock masks from Halloween 3. The little kids there wearing them as they run off. Look at that, you can see the skull, the witch. That's presumably the pumpkin head, the jack-o'-lantern, down at the bottom there. Really, really nice. I like that. Really like Halloween 3. A lot of people don't. I do. Not part of the Myers mythology, of course, but a good little film. I like this little sequence. She spots him out the window and takes a shot. But if you look at it closely, looks like that might be a mirror he's looking in. She shoots the mirror through the window. Jamie Lee Curtis asking, "You don't believe in the boogeyman?" There's that shot again of somebody draped in the sheets, much like after Michael killed Bob in the original. Another nice little callback. A little bit of fan service Love this as well, the way Michael is just walking forward. It looks so reminiscent of the 1978 film. Just his whole stances, the whole way he walks there is just perfect, spot on. I know it's a very minor detail, but these are the things the fans are looking out for. The documentary maker saying no, he doesn't believe in the boogeyman. Well, he's going to believe in him soon when he gets his teeth knocked out, courtesy of the man himself. So he's obviously interviewing Laurie Strode about what happened in 78. Michael stepping out into the doorway much like he did in the original film at the top of the stairs after he'd slashed Laurie Strode. I'm loving the attention to detail that these guys are paying to this, making this movie. It looks really fantastic. Nice shot of the mask there reflected on a window as Michael's looking into a house, obviously stalking his prey. Shot of Michael outside the house, watching some trick-or-treaters there. Again, I love the attention to detail here. Watch as he just tilts his head. You see the hole there on the side of the neck where he got stabbed with the knitting needle in the first movie. Fantastic. There we see Laurie going in for the attack on Michael. Excellent stuff.
Can you close the closet door?
And a classic final scare there to send us off. So what do you guys think of the full trailer? That was my analysis of it. Fantastic, it looks really good. I'm really excited about the movie. As I've been saying all week, I've enjoyed all the teasers and all the images that have been released by Blumhouse in the run up to today, and hopefully we're going to get some more. Not too much, we don't want too much, but we want more in the run up, of course, to the movie coming out on October 19th. So what are your thoughts on the trailer? If you've checked it out, let me know in the comments section below. Let's chat about Halloween 2018. I can't wait for it myself personally. It looks great. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and come back for some more Halloween and horror and movie updates in general on the channel in the future. So thanks for watching, and cheery bye.